It's 7 o'clock.
I should, but I don't wanna fall. I know with you I have to learn my lessons. You go up when I go down. You see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around. Oh, you go up when I go down. You see clear when I go blind. And oh, I hope you always be around. The show is over. Now you finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. Promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you. Waiting. I know that I've been going back and forth. I know that I've been leaving you with questions. I know I should, but I don't wanna fall. I know with you I have to learn my lessons. And you go up when I go down. And you see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around. Oh, and you go up when I go down. And you see clear when I go blind. And oh, I hope you always be around. The show is over. Now you finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. Promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers, but now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Waiting for answers. Now it's up to you. Waiting. You go up when I go down. And you see clear when I go blind. When I fall hard, you turn me around. And oh, I hope you always be around. The show is over. Now you finally know it's you and you only. So hard trying to show it. Give you my all. I promise I'll be good. Waiting for answers. And now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. I'm waiting. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Oh, I'm waiting.
Got to unmute the mic. Howdy. And I guess happy Writers Wednesday. I guess that's what they call on a Wednesday in the midweek. It's when you write. And I need to maybe, I was just thinking about this. I have stream starts and I do that intro to put me in the mood, to put me in my world of creation. And so that I can feel the characters, so I can feel the story, so I can write the story. and hopefully convey that emotion through my words to the reader. That's what it is, right? That's all that painting is. That's all that music is. Music, painting, writing is just emotion expressed in a different form of communication and trying to convey that. And through writing, we're telling stories. We're telling a journey of a character, a hero, if you will, a protagonist in the sense of what we're doing. And the journey, the changes that character goes through, the arc. So that's what I'm doing tonight. And I guess what I've wanted to, emphasize tonight is what you write is up to you. Don't, I'm spending tonight 3 sessions of 30 minutes each. The first 2 sessions have a 10-minute break in between. So, after the first 30 minutes, you can go refill your tea, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need, take the dog out, whatever you do. That's what I do. And then we'll go to number 2 and then number 3. This is me showing up. And by doing this, I want to get into the habit. And that's my purpose of doing this on YouTube, is to get into habit and hopefully inspire you to get into habit as well, and to share that experience of growth, of journey, of writing and making an accomplishment. The goal for myself is on the 1st of November, next week, next Tuesday, 6 days from now, I want to writing in earnest, meaning at 30 minutes, 3 sessions of 30 minutes, starting next Tuesday night, is going to be solely dedicated to telling my story, because I want to get through what I'm doing right now, my preparatory work, prior to next Tuesday. And I was watching a Jerry Jenkins earlier. He had his Writer Wednesdays, I guess at 6 p.m. He has an hour-long, Ask Me Anything. Jerry Jenkins is a very successful best-selling author who is on YouTube. It gives some solid writing advice, and I'm not a published author, so I'm not here to give you writing advice, how to write. No, don't listen. Do your own research. Find someone who speaks to you and that for that stuff. What I want to do is just show up, and I write to music. So my purpose is to be here and to write and to write together. So I'm more or less, I'm bouncing ideas off of you. And hopefully, I'll feel that community build, which is another thing that I guess I want to touch on. Is I also heard when you go through the Instagram reels and you watch things, one of the guys I follow on Instagram and YouTube is Tim Schmoyer, who has a YouTube video creators channel. And I've always watched him, he has some pretty good advice about, strategies about YouTube. And here I am on YouTube. But he had a podcast with Roberto Blake, who is another successful entrepreneur, a YouTube entrepreneur. I'm not really interested in being a YouTube entrepreneur. I want to write a book, but I want to use YouTube as a vehicle to document the process of writing, and I want to stick with it and be consistent and be focused on writing, and using YouTube as, I have the date on my thumbnail. The days that I'm writing, I want to be accountable to you and to my book and document the process. Who knows, somebody in the future, some years from now, will look back on these videos and I'll be long dead and gone. But I'd like to have a history of the journey of writing and what it means to think about, especially in these times. We're in a very dangerous and precarious time in the history of the earth. If you think about it, we've not been this close to a global thermonuclear war since 1962, when JFK was president. That says a lot. People are not freaking out, which I find really strange in a way. But, that's another subject for a different day, I guess. So My last video, I said I want to read to you my 2-sentence premise before I start writing. I want to read to you what I wrote and a 2-sentence summation. So I wrote my outline in paragraphs and tried to break it up into, a paragraph per, one act, the inciting is, just going through the elements of a plot, one paragraph per. I'm using K.M. Whelan's template for Scrivener 3 to do this, but she has it broken out in, folders for each act element in her outline. All I did was I just wrote a paragraph per. Here's the opening, here's the introduction, here's the backstory, short paragraph, and here are the elements, and then just filled in the blanks. And then I went to the what if question. You probably should start your story there, but I already knew what my story was. So I was like, I'm going to write this story. Anyhow, a what if question is the big what if. What if a submarine goes back in time? Instead of an aircraft carrier, the USS Nimitz with Kirk Douglas going back to December 6, 1941, how about a nuclear submarine with a SEAL team goes back to 1776? That's another story in my brain, but what if? That's a big what if. That sets up. That's a big what if. That's a cool story. Anyhow, so you ask the questions of what if, and then you identify your protagonist, your antagonist, your contagonist, your love interest, all of those elements. What is the obstacle in place of our protagonist reaching his goal? What is the goal? I guess that's the main thing. What is the goal of the protagonist? And what is preventing him from reaching that goal? Therein lies your conflict. But my 2-sentence premise, and then we're going to get into it. I've already talked 10 minutes here, not including my introduction, which is 3 minutes long. So I want to, I guess, read this to you real quick. I'm going to put on my spectacles. All right. I'll just move over here a little bit. Combat veteran and medically discharged naval officer turned famous wildlife oil painter. That's a protagonist, Andrew Castle. Tries to heal his broken soul using art when a car crashes near his remote mountain lodge, the disaster, during a historic blizzard. Okay, this sounds like a Hallmark Christmas movie, if you think in movie, but it's not. Spending time with his uninvited guest, a woman and a child, he later realizes the child is his daughter he never knew he had, and that the woman is his late fiance's sister. And an heirloom that was given to him by his fiancée reveals this information to them. That heirloom contains information that threatens their lives and holds a promise of unconditional and redeeming love. Now, what's not said that's a long run-on sentence, I granted. And that's after I spent 30 minutes trying to pare it down. Plus, I added a bit there for you. But so I need to work on that a little bit more, but that's where I am on my 2-sentence premise. What I don't have in there is there is an actual angel that appears in this story. And there's a twist at the end. What I'm thinking of when I say it, the heirloom holds information that is a danger to their lives, but is also holds the promise of redeeming and unconditional love. There's a twist. There's always got to be a twist. It wouldn't be a good story if there wasn't a twist. But it's a good twist. It's not a bad twist. And because it's this type of genre, so if I were to go into Barnes and Noble and picture in my mind, where would I place this book? It is, me. I'm the writer. I put it next to a Nicholas Sparks book. I don't know. That's me. But, it would be in fiction, not romance. It is a romantic novel, and I guess it's loosely, a derivative of Beauty and the Beast. And I always, one of my favorite authors is Edgar Allan Poe. Short stories, but they're really pungent, really visceral. You can feel the tension of Edgar Allan Poe, and I think that he has inspired a lot of horror writers. This is not horror. This is not science fiction. I don't think I'd put it in the term of paranormal love, because it's a love story, but it has an angelic element, and it is a Christmas story. It is a Christmas story. So when I say it's a Hallmark movie, it sort of feels that way because it is Hallmark countdown to Christmas. Yeah. So anyhow, we're going to get busy, and first 30 minutes, what you write is up to you. I just want to encourage you to write, and I'm going to write. I'm going to take this premise. I'm going to interview my protagonist tonight, first 30 minutes. I'm going to interview Mr. Andrew Castle, who is a combat veteran, medically discharged, and now he is an oil painter who lives in the mountains and is very successful. I'm putting him in the mindset of he's a person who is focused. And as someone who is focused, he's successful at what he does. And that's who I'm going to interview tonight. Where does he come from? And I answer all those questions. So, you may see the screen. I think I'm sharing the screen tonight. So there'll be like 5 to 10 minutes randomized, and then it'll show my Scrivener template and where I'm going with this in as we get into it. So right now it is 7:15-ish. So roughly 30 minutes, 7:45, and then we'll have 10 minutes, then about 8:20, then it's 10 minutes. So we'll be done by 9 o'clock Central Time. So here we go, 30 minutes. All these songs, by the way, come from Epidemic Sound, if you're interested.
I have walked through the darkest valley. I was lost, couldn't find my way. But then I heard him from within, he who died for my sins. He spoke my name, then I saw his face. Yes, I've seen his eternal glory. I felt his hand when I was astray. I never knew until then what his love truly meant. I was lost, but now I'm found by his grace. By his grace, by his grace, I've been saved by the grace of my Lord. By his grace, by his grace, I've been saved by the grace of my Lord.
What's on your mind? I see that you are struggling. Why wasting time to try to fix this on your own? You said you'd be alright. Around the corner is another day. Although I know that's a lie, I'm waiting for you to give it up. 'Cause there is some hidden love, hidden love, hidden love just for us. 'Cause you got that free love. You want to heal the world. So now I am saving mine for us. Never met someone like you. You got this humble heart and sweet like cherry pie. But you build up this wall. I try to climb, but I keep falling down. You know you make this so hard, but around the corner is another day. You will see me fall, but I will wait for you to give it up. 'Cause there is some hidden love, hidden love, hidden love just for us. Just for us. 'Cause you got that free love, and you want to heal the world. So now I am saving mine for us. Yeah, you got that free love, and you want to heal the world. So now I am saving mine for us. Cause there is some hidden love, hidden love, hidden love for us. 'Cause you got that free love. So now I am saving mine for us. You got that free love, and you want to heal the world. So now I am saving mine for us. I am saving my love for us. When you're alone and feeling down, and you're 10 feet underground, when you're so deep you're about to drown, when you're in the lost and found. 'Cause heartache this time. Just know that somewhere there's a sign, either fate or the big sublime. 'Cause rainstorms always move away. Ooh. But you'll go till night turns into day. Go out and lead the way. Don't let them take your soul away. Not a week, not a single day. Hold you to what you wanna be. Never let go, and here's the key. Be you, yeah, only you, only you. Ooh. Be you, yeah, only you, only you. Don't let them take your soul away. Not a week, not a single day. Hold you to what you wanna be. Never let go, and here's the key. Be you, yeah, only you, only you. Ooh. Be you, yeah, only you, only you. Don't let them take your soul away. Not a week, not a single day. Hold you to what you wanna be. Never let go, and here's the key. Don't let them take your soul away. Not a week, not a single day. Hold you to what you wanna be. Never let go, and here's the key. Be you, yeah, only you, only you. Be you, yeah, only you, only you. Be you, yeah, only you, only you. Be you, yeah, only Is this a dream? Too good to be true. What I feel for you, is it all just a fantasy? I know it's true. I'm sure it's for real. And whatever I feel, I know you feel the same way too. From the second when your eyes caught mine, there ain't a single thread of doubt in my mind. And it's like I've always known you. I've been waiting for this moment and for you, only you. Through space and time, two souls align. We weave this dream together, a love that
Another ball, another chain. The answer lies in the equation, but the question here is, will you lose or gain? Do I wanna know why? Really wanna know why? Some say live and let live, you care enough to be free. Keep on no matter come what may. Some say misery loves a little good company, but what I need is to fly high away. Oh. This is a case of separation. Mistake the bitter for the sweet. And when the world is in rotation, no matter what, you land upon your feet. Do I wanna know why? Really wanna know why? Some say live and let live, you care enough to be free. Keep on no matter come what may. Some say misery loves a little good company, but what I need is to fly high away. Oh, my life I've been stumbling on. No matter how I try, take one step at a time. All my life I've been losing control. But do I wanna know why? Really wanna know why? Keep on no matter come what may. Some say live and let live, you care enough to be free. Keep on no matter come what may. Some say misery loves a little good company, but what I need is to fly high away. Oh. We're gonna fly high away.
Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason, and a little bit of faith has
must be conscious. Different things in different ways. There must be more to the reason why we do it all for love. There must be more.
Okay. That is one session down. I'm writing the interview of Andrew Castle. It looks like it might take me 2 sessions to do Andrew Castle. Andrew Isaac Castle. Figured out his middle name. Anyhow, it is time to go to the bathroom, get some more tea, take out the dog. So I will see you before 10 minutes is up. I'll be back. So do what you need to do. See you in a bit. I'm waiting for my matcha green tea to heat up. Dark chocolate covered almonds and green tea. I'm just waiting. So one thing I'd like to say is I'm not looking for validation from you. This, like I said, this is me showing up, putting a date on this and writing. And I'm not afraid of showing my screen. I'm not afraid of anything of that nature because, because I'm creating it. I'm writing it. I'm posting it to YouTube. That's evidence of it's from me. I'm creating it, and I'm creating it, and it has a copyright on it. So it is what it is. I'm not, this is not a Creative Commons thing. This is I'm writing and I'm sharing. I'm showing up, and I'd like you to be inspired to do the same thing. And I want to develop the habit. I want to work into this as a habit and be responsible and focused and perseverant and persistent, determined. I want to do this. This is more than a New Year's resolution. This is the National Novel Writing Month Challenge. And if you can do this for a month and write, I'm beginning. I work during the day, and my times of writing are at night. That's why I'm doing it at 7:00 at night. And I want to be done about 9:00, and I want to be in bed by 10 because I have to get up and work tomorrow. Do it all over again. And I think that's the challenge is finding that ability to do that and do it repetitively, do it consistently. Because, you get up in the morning, you go work out. After you work out, you go take a shower, get dressed. You might get breakfast, or you might wait for breakfast if you're on an intermittent fasting diet. Then you work your day. At the end of the day, you spend time with your spouse, your loved ones. You have dinner, reasonable dinner. Spend some time with your dogs. Maybe you go walk again. And then you sit down and you write. Instead of sitting in front of a tube, you write. Although I may have to modify that this Friday because the Astros are in the World Series. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Let's see. Anyhow, but every night I want to write, and I can't broadcast or I can't simulcast the World Series while I'm writing. So maybe I wonder if I can. I just can't share the audio of the World Series, but I bet I can. I'm going to think about that. I can do that on my iPad, and I can have that showing over here out of camera. Wheels are turning. The Astros are going to take it. Sorry. Well, here we go. Back into Andrew Castle's interview.
Since then I just can't think straight, 'cause this girl's got a hold on me. Can't break free, now it's too late. When she's whispering in my ear, when I'm kissing her slow, I would follow her anywhere. She is you, if you didn't know. And I love you more than I ever have loved before. I ain't gonna lie, Baby, I've been dreaming, too good to believe it. Truly, you're one of a kind. So baby, come and pinch me, then I know it's all real. I can get you off my mind, off my mind, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, when I look deep into your eyes, a glowing fire comes to life tonight. Alright, until the morning, like the things I do. It's all because of you. All because of you. Everything I do. All because of you. All because of you.
I think about us, I think about us calling. I think about us, I think about us falling. Through the dark night and through time, towards the light when you'll be mine. I think about us, I know the dawn is for us. I dream about us, I dream about the stardust. I dream about us, I dream of how it started and how it's all connected to everything we'll ever do. I think about what the future's holding for us. I think about the gravity and how you are pulling me.
goes on and on and on and on and on. You're just a spinning wheel and I can keep it up. So there you go. I keep falling slow motion, but they got nothing on you. Just tell me what you want me to do. but you under your skin. Yeah. It's just a sad, sad man. Don't have no one else. What you're trying to prove. I tell you now, once, not twice. I hope you learn this in time. You will end up alone if you never try to be gentle. Another year have you lost of being
Okay, that's 2 sessions done. Working on towards our third and final session of the evening to write. What you write is up to you. I'm interviewing my main protagonist character, who is a gentle giant. He lives with gentle giants, which are 3 dogs, Great Pyrenees, and trying to. I think I've got his personality type down. A strong individualist, mountain man, somebody not afraid of being alone, but somebody who is very sad and damaged. That's why he's the beast character in this story. Typical Beast and Beauty and the Beast story, but he is the Beast story. A combat veteran who is damaged by love lost. His fiancée died while he was deployed overseas. She died flying across the country from the East Coast to California to see him. He met her while he was at the Naval Academy. And anyhow, she died while he was overseas, and he was on a mission, and he didn't learn about her death until a month after it happened, or 3 months after it happened, maybe. I'm thinking 3 months be more in line with the story plot that I'm thinking about. So, anyhow, he is a resolute man, damaged, got out of the service, medically discharged due to wounds. Wounds suffered in combat, was discharged from the Navy, released from active duty. Part of his therapy was art, and he became an artist, and a very successful artist. He didn't know he was an artist, but that was part of the therapy for him. And his paintings were very well received in galleries. Because of the subject, this man was raised in the outdoors as an outdoorsman, and he has a natural affinity and love of the outdoors and of wildlife, and that made him famous. His art is very well sought after. He is very well compensated. I'm thinking of an artist right now that I know in Wimberley, Texas. His paintings fetch at least $15,000 to $20,000 per painting, and his paintings are. I'm thinking of that artist when I think of this artist, and the paintings that I'm thinking of are paintings that this person Andrew Castle would paint, which is bears, deer, elk in a natural habitat, but doing something that a bear would do is standing on a rock in a mountain overlooking, a landscape, a vista. I think that particular painting that I'm thinking about was $10,000. Not something I can afford, but there's a market for those things. And that artist he has his own gallery, he has his own studio, and, he's a very well sought after artist, painter in Wimberley, Texas, which is if you're not familiar with Wimberley, Texas, it is basically an artist community. There are a whole bunch of galleries in Wimberley, Texas, and you can walk downtown and go from gallery to, it's like an artist haven. They have sculptors and art painters and just all sorts of art. It's an artist community, just plain flat out. That's what it is. And if you ever Dripping Springs, Texas, or San Marcos, Texas, Wimberley, Texas is in the Texas Hill Country on the Devil's Backbone, Ranch Road 12. Anyhow, with that said, I've wasted half of my break. I'm going to go to the bathroom, heat up some more water for tea, and I will return once again, and we will finish out 30 minutes, our final 30 minutes, and I'm going to see if maybe it'd take me 90 minutes to interview this character. I might have to interview another one tomorrow before tomorrow evening, because tomorrow evening it's date night, so I may not actually get online tomorrow. I may have to do it offline, but I may do 2 interviews tomorrow. Anyhow, we'll see. On ahead. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Okay, so again, what you write is up to you. This is just me showing up. So we're going to do another 30-minute session of writing, and I'm doing an interview with my protagonist tonight, Andrew Isaac Castle. And got to fill in his stuff that he likes, I guess. Like movies, books, music. So I'm trying to think in terms of a mountain. What movie would a mountain man watch? John Wayne? Murder mysteries? Maybe. Likes baseball. I already know that. Yeah. Here we go. We're going to do it one more time, 30 minutes, and then we'll close out.
Maybe I'm not the one that you've been dreaming of. The dirt underneath my fingernails and worn out shoes. I never thought that I would fall for someone like you. An uptown girl without a single care in the whole wide world. But I don't wanna run away from you, 'cause baby I am done hiding my love for you. So please won't you run away with me, 'cause you can't control who you fall for. No. When the world is asleep and we can meet, a secret life that we share with the stars and the moonlight. And when the morning comes with a brand new day, then we have to pretend that we don't know each other. But I don't wanna run away from you, 'cause baby I am done hiding my love for you. So please won't you run away with me, 'cause you can't control who you fall for. Because you can't control who you fall for.
Throw your things away tonight, we'll go a different way, you and me. Tell your friends that this might take some time and you'll be back another
can see us breaking down the barrier. Oh yeah. With the speed of light we cross the stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far, so far away. Baby, let's go far, so far, you and me. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby.
all. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all. But why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all. But why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
What if I open my soul? Here I stand by myself on my own. What if I lose all control and take a step out into the unknown? Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise. I'd rather want you to just let me be. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed in your own way we would stand and we would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that
Okay. So I think that I'm done with a character interview with Mr. Andrew Kessel. Andrew Isaac Kessel, who is my protagonist. And I think I just came out at the end of that interview, and then I have the defining moment in his life. And that would be when he was injured in combat. He woke up in a hospital sometime after recovery, stateside. He has no memory of being evac'd out of the battle zone. And he was told sometime thereafter that his fiancee had died in a plane crash, and he lost the will to live and didn't shave, grew a beard. That's where the beard comes from. And didn't eat, didn't, just lost interest in living until a package arrived that was sent from her to him that contained an angel, a tree topper, and with a note inside the box from her to him, promising that she loved him forever and that this was a symbol of her love and that she hoped that he would keep it with him and they would share it together for all of their Christmases for the rest of their lives. That's what brought him out and back to life in a way. But he never fully recovered. His grief became the beast and went to art therapy, became an artist, and that's where he developed his money and his occupation. He's still a pilot, but what gives him his money now is he's an artist, a recluse, a hermit that lives in the mountains in a canyon, off-grid sorta. He still has electricity and stuff, but he's on a remote place, a lodge in the mountains in a canyon that is inaccessible for a number of months of the year in the wintertime. That's part of the story as it develops. And he is thought of as a beast, as a recluse, a hermit. He's an imposing figure of a man, a big man. Some people have called him the brother of Big Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Lives in the mountains, and he's a very large, intimidating person. He has a kind heart, and but that doesn't show because of his gruff exterior. He's bearded, and he's a mountain man. Wears flannel clothes and blue jeans and hiking boots, and makes him even bigger. And a burly guy. He has 3 dogs, Great Pyrenees dogs. I think I named them Oliver, Ebenezer, and Tom. I don't know, Charles Dickens. But that's where I'm going with this. So there's my first character, my protagonist, and that's his defining moment. And put that in context of the premise of my story that I related at the beginning of this 90 minutes ago. And I still have to interview do I interview the angel? I guess I have to, but I don't want to spend 90 minutes. That's more of a I guess I need to, but I need to do the love interest and the child, the priest who is important in this story. It's a broken angel story. And yes, I have a priest in this story. I have a cousin who's a priest, so I'm sorry, Greg. My cousin Greg is a Catholic priest, and I'm using you as my inspiration, Greg. So, anyhow, he went to seminary in San Antonio, or not? I think it was seminary in San Antonio. Anyhow, some of it, he went to seminary in Vatican City, and he came to San Antonio for after he graduated seminary and took his vows, and he went to San Antonio and went to school there or something. I forget. I'll hit him up. When I have questions about the priesthood, I'm going to reach out to him and from a priestly point of view, say, is this kosher? Yeah, I'll use a Jewish term to describe it. Anyhow, until next time, this is me showing up. What you write is up to you. That's my saying tonight. I guess for the next few days, I'm going to be writing character interviews and refining that outline and getting it to a point where on Tuesday I'm going to spend 90 minutes dedicated writing the story. And in the mornings when I walk, I'm going to be listening to some other authors on writing advice just so I can, I guess, get some ideas off people who have actually been published. I expect to be rejected. I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing this because I have to write this story. I have to. I have to. This is me showing up. This is me doing it. I want to develop the habit. I want to be focused. I want to put in the work. And I want to tell this story because I think it's a story worth telling. Anyhow, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you have a good evening, and I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow night or not. If I can, I will. If not, I'll post a, if I have a half hour before 7 o'clock, so by 6:30, if not, something's not up, I'll be writing, but I probably won't because I need to write, and then I want to get to bed every night at a decent hour. I think that's important in your life, is to have good night's sleep. And I don't want to sacrifice my health for this. You can become obsessed with it and spend all of your time writing, or you can set parameters. There are things in your life. Your family's more important. Don't sacrifice important things in your life, but show up. Right. So my plan is every night at 7 o'clock, I'm going to write. So you see me a half hour before 7 o'clock, I'm going to post a picture, a thumbnail. And until this project is done, that's what I'm going to be doing, is writing. And if you'd like to join me and spend some time in developing your own habit of writing, listen to music, or if you think that's non-productive for you, you don't have to listen to my music, but I have to have music. Maybe a baseball game. I don't think I can play audio baseball game while I write on Friday night. I have to think about that. How am I going to do that? Anyhow, until later, mañana. Take care. Have a good evening. And see you. Bye.
They couldn't take us. They couldn't change us. They couldn't catch us if they tried. Now we didn't care at all about winter or spring or fall. We felt so alive, and girl, we were thriving on kisses and sunshine and mischief. Yeah, we had one of those things. When we stopped at nothing, babe. Yeah, we stopped at nothing, babe.
couldn't change us, they couldn't catch us if they tried. No, we didn't care at all about winter or spring or fall. We felt so alive, and girl, we were thriving on kisses and sunshine and mischief. Yeah, we had one of those things. Ooh, we just had one of those things. Yeah, we had one of those things.